A consistent drop of water is enough to crack a boulder in half. With sufficient repetition, even the smallest annoying thing can drive someone crazy. The same could happen in a relationship. It's important to be aware of the small things that'll ruin a relationship so you'll understand it and perhaps prevent yourself from ending one. I'm just trying to help, so don't come at me. Anyway, here are 15 small things that'll ruin a relationship. Number 1, being petty. Being petty is for all the Karens out there. A great example is if your partner forgets to buy you cookies at the store and the next time you have cookies, you refuse to share with them. These small petty acts could build up and eventually lead to a toxic relationship. So remember not to be petty if you want a long-lasting relationship. Number 2, shrugging things off. If your partner is communicative enough to share their worries with you, don't take it for granted. They are bringing up issues they see in the relationship because they want to fix them and move forward stronger and together. Shrugging off concerns is a surefire way to slowly but surely ruin your relationship because you're neglecting the other person's concerns. Number 3, bailing on plans. If you can't count on your own partner, who can you count on? Bailing on plans consistently shows that you're unreliable and inconsiderate. This doubles if you do it last minute without warning. Buy an agenda or use your phone's calendar and prioritize your plans, especially if it's a relationship you want to keep long term. Number 4, the blaming game. If you're in the wrong, you're in the wrong. Shifting blame is for kids who don't know how to be accountable for their own actions. There is a simple way to look at it. Could you have made a different decision in the moment that would have created a better outcome? If the answer is yes, it's your fault. So apologize, learn, and move on. If the answer is no, you're not to blame others. Also learn and move on. Number 5, keeping quiet about your concerns. Holding in concerns is like holding in gas, uncomfortable and potentially dangerous. Voice your thoughts and worries to your partner to make sure they're addressed as early as possible. The important thing is to do so in a neutral tone and with love. A loving partner will hear you out and work to improve your relationship. If you let it build up, it'll just be toxic over time. Number 6, getting too comfortable. Some parts of comfort are nice, like being able to be in sweats and still be lovable. Other parts, like being gross, farting under the sheets, and smoking your partner out, it's pretty unattractive. If they respond negatively, please don't do it again. Some people like that, and there's a majority of people out there who don't. Number 7, criticism. Constructive criticism is good, but for those without the positive feedback is bad. Remember the saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. People sometimes take things the wrong way, which could increase their level of insecurity and sadness, so be careful with this one. Number 8, letting yourself go. If you went to the gym 5 times a week and always dressed nicely while single, why wouldn't you continue to do so for someone who loves you? Getting into a relationship is no excuse to ignore your health or grooming habits. Some people still like the old you. Number 9, nagging, especially if it's about them. This falls under annoyance. If you say something over and over again and the response is the same, they probably don't want to hear you talk about it. And if they tell you to stop and you keep doing it, then that'll just hurt the relationship between the two of you. Number 10, neglecting your own interests. Prioritizing your partner is great, but make sure you leave some room in your schedule for some me time. You were a whole person before you met them, and you are still that person now, perhaps even improved. Stay in touch with your friends, and finding time for your hobbies is essential not only for maintaining a healthy self, but a healthy relationship. Number 11, taking the other for granted. Your partner doesn't have to be dating you. In fact, they can dump you like chewed gum at any time, but they don't because you're a good person and they appreciate you. It's important to remember that they have the autonomy to change or leave whenever they want, so if you love them, you're lucky to have them the way they are. They have the same luck with you, so make sure you both remember it. Number 12, holding grudges. It's like holding a glass of water. You can hold it for a couple of seconds or minutes and your arm will be fine. But imagine holding the glass of water for hours or even days. You'll feel it weighing you down. The concept is the same. Holding grudges will only weigh you down and stress you out. So let those grudges go. Number 13, being overly dependent. Unless your partner is okay with you always being dependent, then that's fine. But if it's to the point where you can't even do the basic stuff, that might be an overkill because that'll drag your partner down. In a relationship, you want to grow together and be stronger, not just pulling the other person down. Number 14, fighting dirty. Crazily enough, words can hurt as badly as sticks and stones. Fighting dirty leaves deep cuts and pours salt on the wounds. Keep your disagreements calm and respectful. Insulting, being sneaky, or manipulating are all sociopathic traits, so if you want a stable and lasting relationship, don't fight dirty. Number 15, being unappreciative. You used to thank them for their support or affection at the beginning of the relationship. Why did you stop? If their kind acts continue, so should your thanks. Appreciate your partner, especially the little things, and let them know it. Again, if you keep neglecting them, it'll definitely ruin the relationship. Overall, I hope these 15 small actions gave you some insight of how little things like this could build up into something toxic and ruin a relationship. Of course, there is more than just these 15 things, but this should give you an idea of what not to do in a relationship. Anyway, if you have more things you want to share, let me know down below. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a like and maybe consider subscribing for more weekly uploads like these. And as always, thanks for watching.